Hello. What day is it? Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Monday. A Tuesday up in here. Tuesday's all acting like it's Monday. Just makes Tuesday as disappointing as Monday. What's up, folks? Spidey. Hashtag itemless. Maybe. Coop on time? Good for you, bud. Grim. What's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, I'm way too early. Yeah, come back in about an hour and a half when I'm almost done. Let's make my moves real quick in AQ while I wait for maybe a couple other folks to join, and then we'll jump right in. Who do I want to take here? Let's go up here to this path. Doesn't matter. I got Buff Lottery worked out with Venom the Duck. Got like 4 regens banked, a bunch of Furies, Precision, and an item, or Power, whatever it's called, Power whatever. Yes. I usually bring Corvus to AQ, but the modifier today doesn't really play nice with him. So I decided to leave him at home, try out my boy Venom the Duck. I'm tempted to use Killmonger here, but it's fine. It's fine. She'll probably be dead before she activates Living Strands anyways. Or maybe not. So that's special, please. Oh, I didn't want to do that. What's the mod today? For us, it's the one where successive crits give you like debuffs, and eventually you get passively degened. I forget what it's called. Cascading Failure. It's also Cosmic Day. That's pretty nice. Cosmic Week. I don't know if the I don't know if the global the class enhancer one, if it lasts the whole week or just a day. I can't remember. Moo. What's up, AC? Good night. What are you doing up, Sonny? Up late? Alright, we're going to go into Chapter 2.1 today. I also got a new toy to play with. If you watched... spoilers for the Crystal opening, by the way. So we'll just run in here. I love Cascading Fire with Corvus, free healing. That is true. But it annoys me how slow I have to play the fight with him. And I didn't need Venom the Duck for anything, so I figured I'd just give him a try. And the fights are much faster with him, so... Alright, this is the tech chapter. We've got kinetic transference and extinction protocol with a Korg here. That's not too bad. And then we've got this path here, powerful from afar. That doesn't look too bad either. Bring Gilly for the Havoc, bring Venom for the Miles. That's not too bad. And then on this side we have backup recovery. That's easy peasy. With a Sinister and a Thing, both easy. And Rolling Thunder, which is a super easy path. Okay. Let's do... And then we got Scarlet Witch, who is pretty easy with anybody. Alright, so we'll bring... let's do this... this one here over here first with Sinister backup recovery. So we'll bring like Warlock and Guillotine. I don't really think we need somebody for Thing. We can bring Void for Thing maybe. And somebody for Killmonger. An Armor Breaker. Killmonger. Look at you, that shiny dude. Storm P90X. I mean, I don't want to pump her up or anything, but she works out. I dig her. She has, so I said in the video, like, I was lacking a really good shock immune champ. And that you really want her in the shock phase anyways for attack. The cold snap phase is really more for defense. Best mod in map 7 for sure with Corvus. Get 2 debuffs on, yeah. But again, you have to wait until the timer expires before you can attack again, so it artificially, like, slows down the fight. Okay, so we got those 2 for, like, Sinister, and I can ramp up Guillotine for Scarlet Witch. That shouldn't be a problem. Who else did I have on that path? Oh, a Thing. We'll bring in Void for Thing. Can bring in... I don't know, it really doesn't matter. We'll bring in Archangel, because why not? And then we'll bring in Torch, I guess. This should be fine. So what's up, folks? Yeah, I can't take credit for the P90X name. Somebody in my alliance, actually I think it might have been Commando, called her that once when he pulled her, and it just stuck with me. I thought it was really funny. Can someone tell Nightbot to shut? Dude, if Nightbot didn't exist, how would you know to hit that like button and subscribe to get equipped with shiny new content? Alright, let's just use Warlock here. It doesn't really matter. Warlock or Guillotine both can handle this fight pretty easily. Oh, he doesn't want to cooperate with that intercept. Oh, there we go. Did not mean to push him over. I definitely forgot about the node. First fight of the night. I've already forgotten what nodes we're working with. That's all good. I forgot what where's that passive fury coming from? True that, thanks Nightbot. I need to add I have a command for my Discord. I need to add it into the timers on my Nightbot. Is there a reason why you want Omega Red so much? I mean, I think he's really good for a lot of stuff. There are champions, I think, in the other pools that I think would be maybe more useful to me. I think the biggest reason why I want Omega Red, well, maybe not the biggest, but the problem I have right now is my signature stones. I am full up on, where are they? I'm full up on Mutant, 99 out of 100, with nobody to really spend them on. So with Omega Red needing max sig, I would rather dump them all into him rather than putting 20 into a champion that absolutely doesn't need them. And I even have signature stones in my overflow here, as you can see. Which I'm going to have to actually spend on somebody. So that's kind of really why. I need a good mutant to spend my signature stones on. And as far as mutants go, you really can't go wrong, since he really needs to be max sig, so. He likes the way his tentacles whip. Have you ever stood still with Omega Red for a length of time? You can't really do it in endgame content, but if you go back into, like, you know, Act 1, oh, that was awful. What was I doing? if you go on back into Act 1 and you let Omega Red stand there, he like plays with the tentacle as it comes out of his arm. It's kind of creepy, actually. One of those like Easter egg things. Just like if you let Tigra sit still for long enough, she licks her paw and you get a little bit of regen. Gliss, what's up, man? Good to see you. Just rocking some Cavalier Difficulty. I don't know how much we'll get through tonight. Did I trigger backup recovery and just didn't realize it? I think I did. Alright, we're approaching 100, so we should probably start saving up to the SP3 now. Have I mentioned that this is my least favorite stage in the game? It's so dark. Playing two predominantly red characters on a dark red and black background. It's great times. There we go. Wanted to make sure that would kill her. Oh. I think I might dump those extra generics I have into Guillotine, just because I like her so much. Which I know is kind of flies in the face of what I said earlier about Omega Red. But I just like her so much. She definitely doesn't need more SIGs, but if I got her up to 200, she would go on my profile, so I think that would be worth it. Did they change the timing on Gambit's SP1? I feel like I block the card more often than not now. Maybe it's just me. It could just be me. Oh, of course! Of course I get the stun. What is that, like a 20% chance to stun? Oh, there, I got an actual dex. Come on! Alright, hammer to the face, got him down. Supersonic, man, what's up? How's it going? How's life under my porch? It was hot out today. I hope it wasn't too hot for you down there. How was school, youngins? What buff am I most excited for? Who's getting buffed next? It's Gambit and Punisher and I forget the third one. I don't know. I'm not really excited for the Punisher 2099 buff, to be honest, because his special attacks are already annoying because you can't evade them. You just have to sit there and take the block damage. So if they bump up his attack values to make him viable on attack, it's just going to make him that much worse as a defender. You know, it's kind of like the same thing that they did with Ebony Maw, right? Ebony Maw was an irritating defender because of his degen. They bumped up his attack, supposedly, to make him better as an attacker, and they didn't really do any of that. It just made his degen worse on defense. Falcon, yes, thank you, Grim. Yeah, I'm not really excited for any of them. Gambit used to be my favorite X-Men when I was a kid, so I guess I would probably say Gambit. I think I have him duped as a 5-star too, so... I have Punisher 2099 as a 6-star unduped, I think. Okay, he's at 15. Got hit into his block. And if we get the Petrifies up, that'll stop the, whatever it's called, backup recovery. My least favorite thing about fighting Thing is when he accidentally lets you intercept him. When you're trying to hit into his block to build the rock stacks up, and he decides to just come at you instead. Got to keep one eye on that counter, folks. There's backup recovery. Completely negated. Why? Because Void is the bomb. Okay. There we go. Cool. School's boring. Portrait's freaking hot today. We hit 96 degrees. Sup, Sim in chat? Special hello to Sergeant Karen. What's up, man, Falcon? How are you not at roast dinner by now? Dude, he's got to be used to it, right? I mean, Supersonic, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming you've lived in Trinidad your whole life. Therefore, the heat might be 96, but you're probably used to it. Who do I want to use here? Let's just go with Warlock again. Oh. I hate Quake Special 1, by the way. First one there. There we go, push her to 2. We haven't gotten any errant heavies yet. I don't want to speak too soon, of course. Yep, and there's one. Of course, I say it, and that's immediately what she does, right? Isn't that how it always works? I can't believe I didn't get stunned off that one single aftershock. Because as we all know, the percentage seems much higher when you're playing against Quake than when you're playing as her. Here we go. Kinda used to it. We have reached 100 before, maybe higher. That's why when I go to Canada, I love it there. Can't get enough of the cold. I bet, dude. Ever been to Winnipeg? In Winnipeg, it gets so cold that you can bring a cup of like hot water outside and just toss it in the air and it immediately evaporates, like instantly. If you think school is boring, wait till you hit the workforce. It's true. You have 50 years of it. It's true, dude. I didn't bring an armor break champ for him, but we'll just use Warlock, I guess. I was hoping that would bring him over too. There we go. Alright, let's get this armor break up. Where'd that theory come from? Probably from the node that I didn't read. Man, it's like every champ is just throwing heavies whenever they want now. Without regard for spacing or anything. I'm sure that's not the case, and it's always been like that to some degree, but I'm just noticing it more now. Notice how his indestructible charges did not activate when he launched his special 2 because of the infection. Because it's an offensive ability. There we go, backup recovery. There was probably a faster option to do this fight with, but I think Warlock is probably my least necessary champion for the boss, so we'll stick with him. And if he dies, he dies. We're just about dead here, so see if I can get off a nice intercept or something. Oh. Ha! Ha ha ha! Warlock coming in for the win. Workforce. I miss the naps I used to get in classes. They were awesome. Workforce kind of sucks. Yeah, but I do miss college myself, I'll be honest. Like, they tell you before you go to college that college is like the most fun 4 years of your life. I think that's true to a certain extent. There were definitely some amazing times in college. Not a lot of responsibility, not a lot of money either, for that matter. Worst part about work is watching all your money disappear into stinky bills like rent. Yeah, that's true. Facts. Remember, Command Mike did say there are several AI profiles. Yeah, I think he said there are 3. But I'm not sure that is. I don't think that's the whole story. I really think that individual champions have their own specific AI profiles. I think what he means is that there are maybe like 3 general profiles that are applied to things like Arena, but like nobody will sit there and say that like Mordo's AI behaves the same way as Venom's, for example. They are completely opposite in the way they behave. So in that regard, I think there are technically more than 3, but they're probably, you know, profiles that are limited to a specific champion are just that. I opened 2 5-stars, got Mephisto and Anus. My condolences to you, bud. No poison, man. Oh, where's she getting the power from? It doesn't matter. Man, I'm getting nothing. There we go. I like how the evade didn't trigger, but the unstoppable did. That was weird. I guess that proves that it doesn't like stop the node. It stops individual parts of the node. Man, my RNG on the bleeds and poisons here has been really bad. Oh, that was a bad idea. I should not have done that. I knew as soon as I let go of the heavy, I was like, this is not gonna work out. All right, we'll do torch. Oh, I forgot to do my pre-fight. Oh well, it's all right. She's almost dead. I discovered today that when I play Torch, typically if I'm going for like max incinerates, I was sticking to medium, but it looks like his first light attack also has a guaranteed incinerate on it as well. So the proper rotation is doing medium, light, mediums for max incinerates. There we go. Melvin, what's up, man? Melvin joins just to leave again. I'm still waiting in the waiting line. Oh, where are you eating at, Sergeant? We had tacos. I don't know if my wife intentionally plans tacos on Tuesday. I like to think that she does. Alright, I already forget what the other paths were. We got... Let's do that. This is what? This is Rolling Thunder? Okay, we'll do that one. I'm tempted to bring Ghost, actually, on this lane. We'll do Ghost, Wasp, Guillotine. We'll bring Void for Thor. That should be good. Got a nice little team here. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, so I was working on Uncollected Exploration today, and against Apocalypse, you can dex out of the last 1 or 2 blasts of his special one. So like there's like these blue beams that fire off. If you and it's one of those things where the animation doesn't match up to the sound. So you kind of have to dash in the middle of the second blast and trust that it'll work. But it does work, and you can punish him that way. So, the more you know. Alright, we'll dump Warlock. We'll dump Archangel for this one, and then we'll bring Ghosty, and we'll bring Wasp. I'm tempted to bring Ant-Man too, and just say screw it. Nah, we'll stick with that. Grabbing some Wendy's. Robert, what's up, man? How's your night going? It's going. Had to move the rest of the couch from the basement up into the garage. Oh, this cable. Every night I complain about this cable, but I'm unwilling to spend the $50 on a new one. Our AC is finally getting fixed this week. I think Friday. What else is happening? Oh, Thursday. Thursday, I'm doing a. I'm going to be participating in an incursions tournament. And my partner is going to be J-Rock. So we're going to be simul streaming on Thursday evening. We're in. They have it set up like March Madness, so we're in like the seeding round. So should be fun. We're gonna. They had to change the rules, so it's Sector 8 only now. And it's 5 stars and below. So nobody with R3 6 stars is gonna have an unfair advantage, which I like that they did. Look at this Cyclops just waiting out every one of my FaceTimers. What a jerk. There we go. Oh, misplayed that one. That's okay. Spidey, you watching? I got some Ghost gameplay here. It's been a while since I played Ghost, I feel like. Is this going to kill him? Almost. There we go. Spidey is to be asleep. He was first one in here, Sergeant. What time is it for me right now? It is 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. AC's the one who's probably asleep. He was in here too, and it's like the middle of the night for him across the pond. When's the NFL season start? Thursday. The Chiefs are playing somebody. That's about as much of a lock as it gets. Like the Super Bowl champion almost never loses on opening night, so you can take the Chiefs to the bank on Thursday. And then my Steelers play Monday night on Monday Night Football. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. After last season for my team was pretty awful because our quarterback got hurt, and the backup quarterbacks are pretty bad. So I'm hoping that he can stay healthy this year. I don't know. I mean, they got a tough division this year with the Ravens. The Ravens are tough. Lamar Jackson, such a good player. Not really worried. The Bengals are in rough shape, unless they drafted a quarterback, right? Unless he turns out to be a superstar. They got that kid from LSU, I want to say. He's got the Petrify up. I don't know why I'm bothering with this. Yeah, you can take that power gain, Thor. Shove it up your rear. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a 2-team race in the AFC North this year, as it typically is. You never know what the Browns are going to do, so it's one of those things where they haven't done anything until they do something. Mukbang. Get out of here with that. Nothing. I'm not eating on the stream again. I don't think I've ever. The only time I've ever eaten on stream is when I had that bag of Sour Patch Kids. Mukbang. Mukbang sounds like a genre of dirty movie. Next, Mukbang, starring Swamp Thing and Man-Thing in the Marvel DC crossover event of the decade. Yesterday, reloaded 100 for the crystals. My pulls were crazy. 6-star red mags, good. Namor, nice. Wolverine. Oh, you got a 5-star Wolverine. Nice, dude. I was like staring at the countdown timer today on those Scarlet Witch crystals with like 20 or 30 minutes left. I was just looking there like, you know, deciding if I wanted to do it or not. And I chose not to. If I was gonna do it, I was only gonna do the $50 one, and even that, like, the chances to get specifically her are just so small. I would have just been mad, and I don't need the units, so I really wish that they would have released like, you know, double the crystals with no units, like they did kind of for Wolverine. Also, super disappointed that Wolverine was not included in the crystals today, the incursion crystals. Instead, we get this garbage, you know, old favorites or whatever the heck they want to call it. Old memes, I think, is what Sargent called it. Now I'm imagining what mukbang is. Yeah, it ain't pretty. I don't know if the phase lasts long enough for the last hit of that special one or not. Yes. Do you need something? Okay. Guess not. Oh, it's fine. Should have brought guillotine for the healing here. Or the reverse healing, rather. Oh, finally. a round purple carrot that you pickle and slice? Round purple carrot. Let me look it up. Be careful what you Google there, Melvin. Maybe don't Google round purple carrot. You might get onto some sites that you will regret later. Don't eat beetroot while wearing white. Mukbang. Bro, I don't know why you are so into this mukbang thing. Whatever it is, it ain't happening. That Sabertooth fight was really longer than I expected it to be. Oh, 2 Furies, nice. These fights would go a lot faster if I had Ant-Man with me. Between Sabertooth's healing and Captain America's glancing, maybe Ghost wasn't the fastest counter to this path. But she's just so much fun to use, folks. Go. Well, that wasn't as long as the Sabertooth fight, but it works anyways. Being without power and a shower is what camping is all about. Alright, we will use this Wolverine to ramp up Guillotine. And I imagine it might take 100 hits, so we will we'll go ahead and activate stability, just in case. So guys, what do you think, for those of you who have done Cavalier Difficulty, even a small part of it, what are your thoughts on it? Kabam Frenchie was on Twitter today asking for people's thoughts. And I gave him a couple responses of my own. He was asking for constructive and civil feedback. Just curious what you guys thought. I basically said that I think the difficulty level is fine. It's not too easy for a player who is at the the one end of the spectrum, and I don't think it's too hard for a player who is newly Cavalier. One thing I said that I did not like was the node design. So I really like how every chapter has a class that is kind of empowered. However, the problem is that there are too few champions in the empowered class who can both take advantage of the positive node and fully counter or even partially counter the other limiting nodes. So the best example of that is the mutant chapter, where you need a mutant. It says the length or whatever of bleeds is decreased by 50%, but then they put biohazard on there too, and there are too few mutants who can take advantage of that. Obviously, the golden boy on that chapter is Omega Red, right? Because he basically will take no damage from the bleeds and heal up and whatnot. But if you bring a mutant with even, you know, with even a little bit of resistance to bleed, like Old Man Logan or Beast, you know, you can get through that path. But every other mutant, like, the bleeds are just too powerful, and you'll die. I think Seaton pointed that out in his video. Did I tell Kabam Frenchie to get no? I was constructive. You know, I want the content to be better. I want it to be, you know, well designed. Sorry, that's my the printer in the background going off. My wife is printing some out. You know, I want the content to be accessible. I want it to be. I guess I'm really sensitive to the Act 6 problem, right? You know, I want to steer them, if I can, as far away from the, you know, the niche nodes and the, you know, you need this specific champ or you're going to be taking fun interactive damage. I want to avoid that as much as possible. One thing I really did like is that for the bosses, I think they were all, node-wise, the bosses were all the exact same as the uncollected versions. They just had beefed up health pools and attack values, which is especially useful for the new champs. So, you know, if you're going into Cavalier Difficulty first, if you're going to Cav Difficulty first, you know, you're not really putting yourself at a huge disadvantage by not, like, you know, learning their moveset and whatnot. No more than usual anyway, so. I like the nodes. PIs are good. I just don't have a good answer for diss track for skill except Killmonger. Yeah, like, that's the other thing. Like, it, don't, the empowering nodes, like, if we look here, you know, this chapter favors, the Power Technician node favors tech champs, but it doesn't punish you if you don't bring tech champs, which is something, that I think Herald Difficulty got wrong, and Canadian Difficulty got right. So, like, for diss track, don't think that you are limited to skill champs just because the chapter encourages their use. If you bring Torch, for example, who is a fantastic diss track counter, or if you bring Man-Thing, or if you bring Sunspot, you're gonna be having you know, just as an easy time. You know, it won't be as fast as getting the Furies with a skill champ, but it'll still work just as well. I'm trying to think of what else I said. I said that there was a lot of discussion between him and I think MSD about, like, completion rewards. I'm more of the mind that I kind of like how it's set up now, because if you don't have the roster to do a full completion run, you can still 100% clear, you know, the easier chapters and get. Oh, that was crap right there. That was a garbage move by the AI there. Anyways, what was I saying? You can still get more rewards than you would have through completion, or maybe equally as much. I think he was saying their data said that a lot of progressing players kind of just give up on completion on both on uncollected difficulty, so they're not getting anything. Right? So the changes to the completion rewards were really to help those types of players get more out of the month for what they're able to do. And for players who are 100% completing it anyways, they don't really see a change because they're getting everything anyway. So in that regard, I do like the completion changes. I do wish that fully exploring the quests every month would give you a fully formed 6-star. I think that if you're at Cav difficulty, you are starting to think about growing your 6-star roster. And getting a full 6-star a month goes a long way into making that happen. especially since they are still being so stingy with 6-star signature stones, and awakening gems are basically non-existent outside of like the huge offers. Being able to get more chances to naturally dupe your champs, I think is a good thing. So I am in favor of upping the 6-star shards. I think it's a total of like 7,500 maybe right now. And his response to that was something like, when they come up with rewards for a month, they don't think of the totality of the rewards as uncollected and Cavalier. They think of it as Cavalier plus the highest level difficulty of the side event. Which is fair, because the side event this month has awesome rewards for barely any effort. So in that regard, I mean, you can kind of see where he's coming from. I'm trying to think, what else did I tell him? Let me bring up my my tweets real fast here. Explanation, yeah. Oh, I said that the tier 5 class catalyst should be a selector. Because at 10%, I mean, you could be doing Cavalier for 2 years straight and never fully form something, so. Grim, good night, dude. Thank you for hanging out and stopping by. Appreciate it. Laura! Good morning, good evening, and good night. Have to go to bed early tonight? Alright. Well, thank you for stopping by, Laura. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. Tell Brian I said, what's up? And then when he said who, and then when he says, who is Simula, just say, he's a cool dude, I guess. Say whatever you want, I don't care. Alright, let's go in with Torch this time with the pre-fight active. We'll see how fast this goes with him. There are a lot of people, going back to the completion rewards, there are a lot of people who are upset about those changes. And if you're a player who is used to fully exploring, I really see no downside. There's no change. You get the rewards maybe at a different rate. But overall, you're not really losing anything. Brian actually lurks in all of your streams. You can't talk in them because it takes away from you. I can see how that is. I can see how that would be a problem. And I guess I do appreciate that. I gotta be honest, until you joined my stream, what was it, like a few weeks ago for the first time, I didn't think you or him knew who any of us were. He knows you? Oh, really? Well, that's cool. After I just got done saying I didn't think he did? Well, that's pretty cool. He flips through. He knows Sim, just not Sergeant Scrub. You know what, Sergeant, he joined your stream, but you weren't actually on it. So that's probably what happened. All I see is a chair. What kind of stream is this? Alright, 2 paths left. And we haven't had to refill energy yet. Not left. Yet. Which is right. Alright, we've got this bishop, powerful from afar, so maybe we want to think about nullify champs. but nobody with energy damage, so that bishop is going to be a little bit of a pain. Probably void there. Alright, so we need, we'll bring Guillotine for Havoc. Actually, no, let's bring Warlock for Havoc because he will power drain him on non-contact hits. And then we'll bring Venom for the Miles, and then these other fights are easy peasy. And then we'll bring Void for this. So we need Void, Venom, and Warlock, bare minimum, for this path. I'm sad there's no mukbang. I'm just gonna have to tell you to get over it there, Melvin. I still, to this day, have not Googled what mukbang is. I think you told me once. I'm kind of afraid to Google it because it'll land me on some sites that, like, NetNanny won't like if I had NetNanny installed. Oh, so, guys. So, my oldest is in first grade, right? He brings home some homework today, and they're practicing, like, you know, their vocabulary and whatnot. And it's this worksheet, and the top of the worksheet had this box with words in it, and it said word bank. And I was like transported back to elementary school, like just reading the phrase word bank for some reason. I was like, oh my god, word bank! I didn't know they still used that. Just, I don't know. It's little things like that, just like take me back. The word bank. Venom, who else did I say I need? Oh, Void for that bishop. And then we have a bunch of other... We have 2 open spots we can use. No, I wanted to keep Void. And let's bring... We can see how Sim Supreme works on that Scarlet Witch, maybe. Just for fun. Just for fun. Yeah, we'll do that. I remember when they called them Dittos. Word bank, yeah, right? Nostalgia, word bank. Whole bunch of nostalgia. Alright, we're taking this path here. Dittos. I don't remember Dittos. Was that like a name of worksheet? I don't think we used Dittos in my school. I was in grade school so long ago they probably hadn't invented that word yet. Go check mukbang, you're totally safe. Alright, dude, I'll take your word for it. Who do I want to ramp up? We'll ramp her up on Deadpool. Oh, don't do me like this, Iron Fist. There we go. Wow, this node is annoying with power gain. I can't even nullify it because as soon as I get close to him, it disappears. So I'm going to have to be careful not to push these guys over, far over their special 1, I think. Just to leave myself enough space and time to bait it out. I should also try and like stay closer to him when I'm evading. Oh, what has happened there? Did I drop an input? There we go. Oh, couldn't get another bleed there. Cool. I remember when you had to solve for Y, like nobody does that shit anymore. Sim mukbang isn't safe to search. Did you search it for me and take the hit? Harshith, what's up, dude? I'm doing well. I'm very warm. And I don't want to turn the fan up because you probably would be able to hear it over me. Thinking of doing something outrageous. Outrageous! There was an episode of... I'm dating myself, as I typically do. There was an episode of Frasier where the one character, Niles, gets... not liposuction. What's it called? He gets the injections that numbs your face. What is it called? Anyways, he can't move his face at all, and he gets really mad at something, and he says outrageous, but it's like completely emotionless. I guess he had to watch it. R5'd Hawkeye is my third ever R5. Pulled a second skill AG, thinking of using one on Hawkeye. I mean, if you're going to R5 Hawkeye, I mean, go big or go home. I guess you might as well put an AG into him. I wouldn't, personally. Because his utility is mostly on the power drain. And unless you're bringing Taskmaster along for the ride, his Special 3 is not very... Or, I'm sorry, the Hemorrhage is not very useful. Because you can only activate it once. Did I watch Cheers too? No, Cheers was a little bit before my time. And I guess technically Frasier was a bit too. I didn't get into Frasier until I think it was close to going off the air. But now, like, it's pretty much a staple in our house. Like, it's background noise. And I feel really smart when I watch it. Because a lot of the jokes are like the writing is really solid. And really, really witty. That's because you spelled it wrong. Do you think when BG watches your stream he likes the man thing jokes? I mean, he should. I rip them all from his stream, so... Not all of them, but most of them. Oh, this dude's healing is going to increase the higher his power gets, too. That's going to be a little bit annoying. BG may like the man thing jokes, but I betcha he's never made out with a mojo. Come on, you red bastard. Oh, talk shit, get hit. Alright, guess we're doing this. Alright, Laura, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. And thank you for stopping by. Did I say that twice? I like when I say something and then immediately forget what I say in the very same sentence that I said it. This guy's being way too passive for my liking right now. I think part of the problem is that Guillotine's dashback is so long that it kind of pushes her just outside of the range of Deadpool specials, and the AI doesn't want to launch them when he thinks he's not going to have a chance to hit her with them. I'm not going to be able to get to my special 3 if he's not going to cooperate. Alright, well, we'll do that. I think that'll keep my combo after I take this hit. Who did you open all... Why did you... Oh. Who did I open all those T3 crystals to upgrade? Storm, P90X. who is currently sitting at rank 3 because I ranked her up to rank 3, and then I discovered that I also was short 2 mutant tier 4 class catalysts, and I really didn't want to go through the whole damn exercise again, so she's sitting at rank 3 for the moment. But I'm planning on R5ing her. She doesn't need the dupe, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll probably get the dupe, you know, next time I open the dual class crystals, because I'm getting everybody except who I really want. I was really kind of expecting it to happen today, because I told you guys I dreamt the other night that I pulled him. I was waiting for him to pop out of that last crystal. 'Twas not to be. Alright, there we go. But yeah, Storm's pretty bad. Bad isn't good. Not bad isn't bad. Trying to think of what she's good for. She's good for some stuff. Like she's good for. She's got that cold snap immunity, which is awesome for like Arcus and Iceman, of course. She's got the shock immunity, which is great for EMP mod. So she's my go-to EMP mod counter at the moment. And the best thing about her shock immunity is that it's not true immunity; it's 100% shock resistance, so that she actually regens via willpower from shock debuffs, which is awesome. Yeah. I think she'll be solid in incursions, so I'm going to try her out in there one of these days when I get her ranked up. With all those, you know, prowess that you gain with like buff cornucopia, and like, you know, increasing your attack per buff. I forget what that one's called. Yeah. So, what do we got left? We should be able to. We should be fine with this with Void. Miss Sakura. I'm off too, and not in the past expiration date off either. Cheers, everyone. Catch you next time, Sim. Peace, dude. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening. Sergeant, I told my wife the dad joke that I told you about being a jar. I got an eye roll. Come on, double petrify. Let's go, let's go. Yes. Oh, beautiful. When the Void RNG hits, it hits nice. Alright, now you can take your powerful from afar node. Do whatever you want. You have fun. You have fun with those power game buffs, bud. You need a Falcon R3. You know somebody's crazy enough to do that, right? Somebody out there has got like an R3 group. Because they've literally run out of all the god tier champs to rank up. And they're like, you know what, wouldn't it be hilarious if I ranked 3 group? They'll be laughing when he gets his buff in 2027. Even when Groot gets his buff, by the way, Groot not only is probably the worst champion in the game overall, but he is also one of the least fun to actually use. Like, clunky, slow, lumbering. He's just awful. He's so bad that in Arena, when I'm using my lower ranked champs to build up my win streak, I completely just skip Groot. I don't use him unless I absolutely have to. It's terrible. Can I read last? Yes. Nobody but you are into the mojo. I've seen some things from the porch. Terrible, terrible things. Oh, man. Supersonic sees everything from the porch. Lumbering. Oh. Oh man, that was see, I've elevated my dad joke game to where I now make dad jokes and don't even think about it and don't even realize it. So thank you for pointing that out, dude. Lumbering. Oh, that's good stuff. Can I read last? Yeah, it said Sup J-Rock. Why did you want me to read that, Melvin? I guess we're going to have to spam SP1s here to get rid of his power gain. Oh, did you see him dex out of that? Give me a break, dude. Oop, too early on that one. It's okay. That power gain buff is decreasing the length of my infections, which is a little bit irritating. At least he's being somewhat cooperative. Oh, early again. Man. I'm usually always on point with my Havoc SP1 dexes. Another thing I like overall about Cavalier Difficulty is that, you know, unlike Act 6, I don't feel like, you know, when you take a hit that your path is ruined. It's not as punishing, I guess, is what I would say, describe it as overall. And to be fair, I have not gone back into Act 6 since the first round of nerfs hit, so it could be a lot better. You know, they reduced the attack values overall, so there should be less of that. But maybe the, I don't know, maybe it still is bad, I don't know. No, read last name? Read last name? What? How's your Wendy's, Sergeant? That was the last. Simula, can you tell Melvin I said hi? Hey, Melvin, J-Rock says hi. Just so you know. Simula is currently in battle, so just tell him I said sup. Act 7. Can you read last? I don't know. If there's something you want me to read, I'm not going to scroll up. If there's something important that you wanted me to look at, just say it again. Oh, crap. That was bad. Alright, we're gonna have to... Oh, look at that. What a nice young man. This guy's super sneaky because you have to get pretty far away from him to fully dex his SP1. So he basically has another another special by the time you're done. I guess I could just block it. That would probably make more sense, right? Venom also has a super long dash back, but does not seem to be affected by the spacing on Miles's specials. Melvin, my Wendy's was OP. Just got done. Read my last name, kind sir. Why? Do you know what your last name is? You don't need me to tell you. Yesterday I found out that Bourne isn't Bourne's last name. And I gotta admit, I did think that. Until he said he got it from the Bourne movies. This fight could probably suck if I don't get Petrify up. Of course. Alright, we got one Petrify up, that helps. Right, it's gonna be the last one probably. You know, I think I'd rather dodge the special 2 here. Okay, double Petrify up. Power gain negated. I don't know. Sometimes it's like you get like block locked. Is that even a word? Into a special attack, and you are unable to dex out of it at a certain distance. Like it just happened there. You saw me dex out of the end of his special 2 twice in a row on the first 2 attempts, but then I was far away. I tried to do the exact same thing, but as soon as I let go of my block, it registered it as a hit instead of a dex. I don't know why spacing is so important like that on an attack that hits you. You know, the hit event is the same no matter where on the screen you are, because it's an instant attack. I guess it worked that time. Maybe it was me. I've been known to make mistakes before. There we go. He's Jason's born brother. My last name isn't Rock either, so I can't say anything. Cock-blocked. Block-locked. My girlfriend totally block-locked me last night. She what? I just assumed J-Rock was your initials there, dude. Say my last name numerous times, kind sir. I appreciate kind sir, but I'm still not gonna do it. Nice. No staggers. That's good. Oh, and we're gonna get poisoned. I forgot about that. We're not getting any power either. What's going on with that? Oh, and we're heal blocked too. Yeah. Maybe I might get one round of the bleeds off, and that's gonna be it. Oh, I missed the entire... She gave me a Fury there on one of my hits, and I missed the entire... Is Archangel worth a generic Awakening Gem? I don't think I would put a Oh, she's unstoppable. I don't know that I would put a generic into him, but he is definitely worth a Mutant Gem. By the way, Eric, thank you for joining the stream, dude. Glad to have ya. I used a mutant gem on my own Archangel. I don't know that I would recommend using a generic on her though. Him, not her. Scarlet Witch, dude. Oh, 3 poisons, nice. And a power drain. Perfect. That's okay. Non-optimum solution there. The dad jokes have locked. So, you guys are NFL fans. Did you see? There was a story that came out today about Odell Beckham. I won't spoil it, but it's a pretty crappy story. So, you might say that he's the Browns' best number 2 receiver. And you're going to have to look it up to understand all these jokes, by the way. So apparently the Incursions tournament seeding round isn't until the next round. This round is the finals of the previous tournament. Okay. Okay. Well, if you want to reschedule then for next week, that's cool. Or we could practice. I'll probably run. If you don't want to run this week, I'll probably just run with one of my partners off stream then. I haven't decided yet. Sim, by the way, I like the frame around your grape. Thank you. I did that last night. That is from the level select screen from Mega Man 3 for all you Mega Man fans out there. Except I stretched it out, cleaned it up a little bit. I also added the little flashing live thing. I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep that. I feel like it's a little too distracting. But then again, I'm not the one watching. So maybe you guys can tell me if you find it distracting or not. The other thing I wanted to do was add add my name somewhere on the screen, so that people who just stumble across know who they're looking at. But, you know, I'll make slow edits as necessary. Supersonic. I think Supersonic looked it up. Or else he already knew what it was. I could probably use a practice round myself. All right, we can run then on Thursday like we were planning. It just won't be for all the marbles. I'm a Mega Man fan. You should be, dude. I still remember the first time I ever watched somebody play Mega Man. It was like a life-altering experience for me. Saw the flashing live, but it isn't distracting. Okay, good. All right, one more path. We're going for an hour and a half. All right, so we'll go for 2 hours probably, and then wherever we are when we hit that, we will quit and come back tomorrow and do some more. Who doesn't know what Simula looks like? I don't know. All right, we got Extinction Protocol. Each time the defender activates a special attack, their combat power rate increases by 15%. So we want basically to kill these folks as quickly as possible. And we need a Korg counter, and that's it. I think Archangel will put in some good work here. He'll handle Storm and Old Man Logan, Winter Soldier. He won't handle Hulk. Maybe we'll bring in Sparky for the for Hulk and for New Storm, and then we'll bring in like Namor for Korg, I think. The only thing distracting is your encounters with Mojo. Gotta move from the porch a bit more. Dude, when the porch is a knockin'... Wait. When the I totally screwed that up. When the porches are rockin', don't come a knockin'. When me and Mojo are making out. It's so gross. You know what? I could also do Torch in pre-fight mode against what's-his-face, Korg. So I don't necessarily need Namor. Sparky I was going to bring. Nick Fury probably could do some work with the bleeds. We'll bring Guillotine, of course. Yeah, we'll bring Nick. Alright, I like this team. Simula and Mojo sitting in a tree. Dude, Mojo ain't sitting in no tree. Maybe like a redwood. Oh, I'm in the wrong damn chapter. There we go. My favorite song of all time? Whew, that's a tall order. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite song of all time is. I could give you a favorite song by like some of my favorite bands, but I don't know that I have one that I would definitively declare as my favorite song of all time. Am I gonna have enough? Let me think here. I'm trying to think the best. This is probably the best spot to ramp up Guillotine. And if it's not going to work out, we can switch her out for somebody else and restart without losing anything. Better make sure Mojo isn't broadcasting. It's okay, dude. His stream is 18 plus. I should have activated the pre-fight with Power Burn, because it's good for fights like these when you're going to have trouble keeping them from their special 3. As long as you end your combos with the medium. If you've watched my video, Guillotine 2099, the Princess of Power Control, you would know. How am I getting those Furies? I still don't know. Pretty soon we're going to be giving her like one hit is going to be giving her a special attack. Good thing it's Storm. With the Korg, it's going to be annoying. I think Torch with the pre-fight is probably our best bet. Namor is going to be a little too slow in that fight with this node. Go! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Lumbering. Mojo will be sitting on wood, lumbering. You think his little scorpion pants has like a little slot that opens up so he can use the restroom? Or do you think it just like filters it out and like spits it out the back? Is that what he makes his anti-life field out of? It's just like poop? Grady! What's up, dude? Welcome. We're just in here talking about Mojo and poop, apparently. Alright, let's see how fast we can get him down with Pre-fight active. I'm content to just kind of let the incinerates do their job if he doesn't want to play nice. Come on, dude. There you go. At least it's easy to push him to his special too, which is much easier to avoid. The concentration has never been higher. There we go. That was a pretty solid kill. Very happy with that. Poop is the anti-life field. Only you should know about Mojo's front door and back door. I just have at the porch. Wow, he decks the SP1. Yeah, dude, just watch for the foot stomp. When he's about to stomp his foot, dash back 3 times, you're good to go. So I'm giving up on getting Omega Red, and I have about 100 Mutant Sig Stones. Would it be worth giving to Namor? 100% yes. Namor or Omega Red, absolutely both worth a bunch of Sig Stones. If you're giving up on Omega, definitely give them to Namor. He's better and more useful than Namor? Debatable. Syndrome, what's up, man? Haven't seen you here in a while, dude. Thank you for stopping by. When is the drawing for that contest? Not that I am, not that I am super excited or anything to possibly win one of those kick-ass 3D printed units. Alright, let's see how well, actually, Archangel probably not going to work very well here because doesn't he take... Does he take reduced damage or does he reduce the length of bleeds? Think here. I know he takes less bleed damage. Oh, alright. While this regen buff is active, incoming bleed effects gain plus 50% duration. Oh, perfect. It gives me more time to get poisons up. I don't really care about the potency, because the bleeds only serve to get us to neurotoxins, which will also take care of his regen. I seem to be having trouble getting the neuros up. I think it's because his regen buff is not activating because of the neurotoxins. Oh, come on. There we go, a couple neuros there. There we go. Oh, that was a crap. That was a crap move. I definitely dodged that one. I think that should about do it. And there we go. Yeah, it's all RNG with him, but I think Old Man Logan's bleed resistance was interacting with it in a way that I did not anticipate fully. But we got through no matter. I think the problem was that some of my bleeds were activating passive bleeds on him, which was preventing the neurotoxin and the poison from happening. Namor or Morningstar to R5. Morningstar dupe level 20, Namor dupe level 180. I would say Namor at 180, yeah. Morningstar, a really great R5, J-Rock. But Namor at 200, he counters so much stuff at Sig 200. So R5 him first, take him up to 200. He consumes your bleeds when he throws a special. Yeah, that's probably right. Well, thank you for not punishing that missed heavy there, Winter Soldier. Appreciate it. Alright, screw it. We'll just block the SP2. Okay, maybe we're not doing that again. Cool. I don't run suicides. Is that more of an argument to give it to Namor? Yeah, Namor definitely not suicides friendly. Eric. I usually stream when you're working. Oh, dude, what time zone are you? I've had a couple people say that. Usually it's West Coast people. I don't know anybody's time zone except for Supersonics, I think, is the same as mine. And a couple folks in here from across the pond, and then sometimes, let's see, AJ is from Australia, he's in here sometimes, and then Richard is in here, usually around this time, and he's in Vietnam. He's usually getting up for work around this time, so... Alright, let's try and build up some poise here. It is 10:07 p.m. Yeah, same. So we're in the same time zone there, Melvin. This is giving me instant, like, flashbacks to this storm from, yikes. From Variant 5. Wow, no stun. No stun on the SP1. How is that even possible? Did she glance it? She's totally gonna kill me with the cold snap too. I went right in on the attack expecting the stun and it wasn't there. She must have glanced it. Namor is suicide friendly. He can get the willpower and deflect the bleed and poison. Yeah, but you're using so many specials. When they nerf the regen, he's sustainable a little bit, but you're not going to make up all the health that you're losing, because it's 3% of your missing health, not 3% of your total health. So if you're losing 5% per special, and you can only regain a max 3% per special, you're going to be losing health every time. Who was I going to use here again? Whatever. She'd glance, yeah. Like, no bleeds. She's glancing my heavies. Oh my god, 3 in a row! Here's one. Hallelujah! There's some neuros, okay. Here we go. Yeah, the changes to Namor were really weird. Like, I don't really think they upped his bleed % chance, which makes him better in short fights. But before he was nerfed, I was using him in war a lot to kill, like, Korg bosses. It's much more difficult on non-bleed immune champs to get the outrage up now. So I agree. Omega takes the suicides to a next level. No argument there. When I think of a champ as suicide friendly, though, I want them to either be, like, you know, have some sort of immunity to one or both of the debuffs, and be able to at least regenerate a good portion of the health. Like, Guillotine 29 is kind of like the same way. Like, she has the immunities, but the lifesteal is not strong enough to regen 5% of your health every time. Now, a champ like Claire, for example, checks all those nodes. She can shrug off both debuffs and heal up big time with that special too. And Omega Red, same way, he can heal up a ton of health, both with SP1 and SP3, so he's definitely fits in my criteria. Can I get this off? Okay. There we go. Alright, one more trip up to Scarlet Witch, and we'll get out of this chapter. With Guillotine, opponents drop so fast you really don't want to do the SP2 though, but for the initial ramp up. That would be slowed a lot, yeah. Hopefully Moon Knight doesn't get nerfed. They just buffed Moon Knight, didn't they? They gave him, they allowed his bleeds to stack now. My cup runneth over with a Moon Knight buff with bleeds. You know, there are some characters in the game, right, who you say are really bad. And then other people are like, no, you know, conditionally they're good in the right situation, they're fine. You can use them for this and this and this. And then there's characters like Groot and Moon Knight who are really good for absolutely nothing. Yeah, buffed with air quotes, 100%, dude. Read last. It says Dark Abyss, really lol. They should have never nerfed Namor, because then magic should have been nerfed since our Limbo regen all missing health from recoil. Yeah, the Namor changes, like, they didn't really do much. It felt like they were just changing stuff just to change it. Same with Maw. Same with Torch. Like, you still, even when you face an opponent who is like a non-human opponent, so no limber, you still can't fully charge up your temperature on a heavy unless you risk getting clipped. Moon Knight is OP. I'm sure OP stands for something else other than what I think it stands for in that case. Iron Fist is God tier. He used to be. 100% used to be. Oh no, I already used my... That's okay, we'll do this. Let's go... She's gonna nullify my crap anyway, so... We'll just do both of them. People were doing Legends runs back in the day with Iron Fist and classic Captain Marvel. I think Rich the Man, way back in the day, did his Legends run with one of those champs. I can't remember which. Oh, I love seeing those red numbers, folks. I'm surprised Hammer hasn't been in here to tag me about moving an AQ yet. This boss was well designed in the way that, you know, normally Scarlet Witch will bring, you know, she'll poison the crap out of you, right? But they gave her the crit resistance node so that you aren't going to get the debuffs on you as frequently, which is very helpful. So you don't need a poison immune for this fight, but you definitely should bring one anyways, rather than risking it, as I found out last time with Sim Supreme. See if I can execute her with a heavy here. Void was my read last. It's a large paragraph. Groot was my second 5-star. Definitely stick to 4 stars over him. Yep, my first 5-star was Iron Patriot. It was literally like a year or two before. Actually, I think he's still sitting at rank 1. Ooh, what's this? Tier 6 ISO. Wow, look at that pretty thing. Void was my first ever 5-star. That's a pretty good one. I remember when somebody in the leaderboard got a 5-star X23, people went mad because she destroyed Legends runs compared... Yeah, at the time, for sure. When I did my Legends run, somebody in the top 150, I think, used an X23. Simula doesn't want to read my last. Dude, I did, didn't I? No, before that one. Oh, okay. Let me scroll up a little. There ain't no paragraph up here. Did it, Just say it again, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no last. The paragraph one about Namor and magic, right? Is that what you're talking about? There's no paragraph. Indians are pulling my chain. Times it. It is 10:18 p.m. Oh. Alright, maybe we'll try, it's about the name more nerf. Yeah, dude, I read that. Name more nerf and magic. Pay attention next time, bruh. Let me think here. If I do this path, I'm gonna have to get another energy refill. What have we got here? Spiked armor, cosmic. Buffed up. Cosmic grit. Oh, this is the Venom chapter. Spiked armor and dulled. Oh, that's annoying. Turtling. Who is Cold Snap immune that has more than 3 buffs? Storm Pyramid X could do that node, or that fight. Either that or you're just taking the Cold Snap damage. Oh, freaking Colossus can do that node. Alright, we'll do, Alright, I'm ahead. Alright, dude, Dark Abyss, thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate it. What do I think about... I'm not really sure how you're comparing the two. Magic should have been nerfed since her Limbo can regen all missing health from recoil. I guess I'm not fully understanding your comparison between the two. Are you saying that magic should be nerfed because her regen is too powerful? Alright, we'll do one path in here. You know what? No, you know what? I said I would go for 2 hours. It's going to take me another probably 15, 20, 25 minutes to do another path in here. So, and I don't want to buy another energy refill just to not use it. So, we'll come back and do more of this tomorrow. But we made some good progress. We did what, 4 or 5 paths in 2.1, and we're about halfway done with exploration, which is great. Let's don't you dare speak that way about magic. That's how I feel when somebody disrespects guillotine. You should talk about my Robo Gal. You mentioned Namor used to be able to regen a lot more. Yeah, a lot more. I don't think it's like it wasn't a broken amount. Maybe that's what your point is. Command is inconsistent. Yep. You can have the same argument on why Quake isn't a 6-star but Ghost is, yeah. Yeah, you know, the Scarlet Witch stuff is the is the exact same way, right? You know, for the longest time, the argument for why Scarlet Witch could not be added as a 5-star was that she was too powerful. And even, you know, Command Mike came out, what was it, like a month or 2 or 3 ago? And he was like, you know, I got to play around with a 5-star Scarlet Witch, and it was something like, there is no content in the game that she can't demolish, or something to that effect. No. And everybody argued against it, saying that there is no way that a 5-star Scarlet Witch could be as powerful as some of the champions that are considered, you know, OP in the game today. And wouldn't you know it, they put 5-star Scarlet Witch in the game, and she is not as overpowered as some of the other champs in the game. It's almost like, collectively, the community kind of knows what it's talking about. They better not touch or nerf my baby. Who's your baby, Melvin? Iron Fist? I mean, I'm gonna have to bring Venom the Duck to AQ more often. He's killing these fools almost as quickly as my Corvus is. Your baby is clairvoyant, not magic. My favorite male champ is Sassy. Nova's favorite champ is the crotch. My favorite male champ is Void. Does oh, there isn't like a female tag. I was gonna say, like, technically Guillotine is a robot, although you could argue that the soul that the robot was imbued with is female. So yeah, Void and Guillotine are my favorite male and female champs, respectively. Why is Captain Marvel so aggressive? Why is Captain Marvel so dead? Scarlet Witch can't face roll Act 6 by no means. 100%, dude. I mean, it's all luck with her. Like, there are ways to, even if she's max sig, she maxes out at what, like 80% per crit to get something happen? And there are ways to put that at 100. Like, if you do, there's a synergy with, who is it? Like, Hawkeye and OG Black Widow, I think. Which increases ability accuracy by 15%. And I think you can stack that. So you can bring it close to 100%. It's also the way you can bring Black Widow's sig to 100% as well. But even at 100%, like, they decreased the chances of specific things happening overall. Like, the regen used to be, I mean, the regen for Scarlet Witch before 12.0 used to be way overpowered. Like, you could just, you know, there are videos, if you can find them, probably on YouTube, of her going up against opponents in, like, Realm of Legends, and you would just sit there, let them hit you, and she would eventually just poison them to death. Meanwhile, keeping herself topped up the whole time. She was definitely broken. Alright, folks, let's see who else is, see what else we got going on here. Looks like Hobbit is live, and looks like Super is live. Sergeant, are you off tonight, or are you waiting for me to start yourself up, or what are you doing? I can't believe Brian Perkins isn't streaming, dude. Brian Perkins, he runs like 6 streams a day. It's ridiculous. 12 hours ago, 3 hours ago. It's crazy. Oh, man. No, don't end. Sorry, dude. 2 hours is a sweet spot for my voice. I have to be more conscious of not overdoing it. You're off tonight? Okay. We'll raid someone else then. We'll raid Super, because he is he's actually from my area, I think. 27. Actually, no. We'll raid Hobbit because Hobbit has fewer people watching. Alright. So here is a link to Hobbit's channel. I also need to remember next time to change the latency setting on my stream, because this delay, I'm not really a fan of it. All right, and then we'll do hashtag Simula Raid. All right, folks, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out with me this evening. Be sure to hit that like button before you head on out, and sub if you haven't already. Go raid Mr. Hobbit, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!